So let's really welcome to this episode. This episode is gonna be pretty exciting because we are going to talk about subconscious mind. Now, me and my friend Arnold, we were diving into subconscious mind. We had a random conversation. We even, as a matter of fact, we did a podcast about it. And right now, I'm going to have the expand version of subconscious mind. I want to deeper dive into subconscious mind. What is subconscious mind? How to use our subconscious mind? How do we gonna capitalize and reprogram our subconscious mind? How are we gonna use our subconscious mind in the first place? To start things off, for those who don't know, subconscious mind is the powerful secondary system that runs everything in your life. Learning how to stimulate the communication between the conscious and subconscious mind is a powerful tool in the way to success, happiness, and riches. The subconscious mind is a data bank. Basically, it's a data bank for everything which is not in your conscious mind. It stores your beliefs, your previous experiences, and your memories, your skills, everything that you have seen, done, or thought. Also there. Everything is there in your subconscious mind. It is also your guidance system. It constantly monitors the information coming from the sense for dangers and the opportunities. So your subconscious mind basically sees the opportunities as well as the dangers. You literally gonna become alert about all these things when you program your subconscious mind positively, and it will communicate the information to the conscious mind. So your conscious mind and subconscious mind work simultaneously. When you operate your day, basically subconscious mind is the intelligent, right? Your subconscious mind is going to be the intelligent. Your conscious mind is not, but subconscious mind is. Which you want to communicate more than tricky topic. The communication between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind is bi-directional, right? It is considered to be bi-directional. Every time when you have an idea or emotion or memory or an image from the past, this is the subconscious mind. When you have memory or image, when you have experiences that coming to your mind, perhaps your childhood experiences coming to your mind, a memory is programming the subconscious mind. So communicating to your subconscious mind, that is communicates to your conscious mind. Communication in the other way is not too trivial. It's achieved using the principle of auto-suggestion. Now, auto-suggestion we're going to talk about in a matter of minutes. Right, first of all, let's talk about what is the subconscious mind. I just want to ask you, have you ever read that humans only use a portion of their brains? Well, when you look at the world right now, you literally can see it. Literally can say that. We only use a little bit of our brain. We don't use the potential of our brain, right? This is most of all because of the subconscious mind. Imagine if everybody program our subconscious mind, if everybody operate our day in a subconscious level. Right, the scientists have never really studied it depth, and we still do not know enough about it, right? Scientists happen to be the most intelligent people on the planet Earth. They say that they do not know enough about it, but do we know that it could run and control almost every single thing we do? Yes, we do know that. But for example, when you meditate and you start controlling your breath, you get the control from the subconscious mind and give it to your conscious mind. So you literally get the control. You start breathing deep and with your stomach. Then you stop to control and your subconscious start doing it automatically. You do not have to think about it anymore, right? When you program in your subconscious level, you are functioning automatically. Your breathing will continue to relax until the other stimulates change it. Stress, for example, everything is controlled in the back of your head. Did you know that? Isn't that fascinating to learn all these things? Other example of the task of the subconscious mind is the information coming from the sense. Your brain is bombarded with hundreds of thoughts and information. it would explode if it had to review and process everything, because you have a lot of data and information. This is why you have a barrier in between the subconscious mind. It processes everything, and it would only pass this information which is relevant for you in this very moment. It's kind of tricky. The best comparison of the subconscious mind is to a wild monkey, right? It can run a rampage the whole day, as it does not tire easily. And it can bring random pieces of information to the main part of the brain. Or it could make itself busy with achieving your goals and bringing you the information that you need to succeed, opportunities. The only thing that you have to do is to give wild monkey a purpose. So keep a purpose. Communicating your subconscious mind. Let's talk about communicating your subconscious mind as well. Communicating thoughts from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind is difficult, because it should be done with emotions. Now, emotions are very powerful things to talk about. Now, you have to have a certain level of emotions in order to communicate from subconscious mind to conscious mind. Only the thoughts that are conveyed with the genuine emotions make it to the back of your mind. Now, we have to have a genuine emotions, right? What are the genuine emotions? We have to connect to our mortalities in order to have a genuine emotions. And only the thoughts that backed up by strong emotions stay there. So only the thoughts that have a strong emotions, we're gonna have a bigger impact in our life. We're gonna have a bigger impact. We're gonna communicate better. We're gonna get the most out of our subconscious mind when we communicate with genuine emotions. Unfortunately, this is true both for the negative as well. So now, one of the things that happening to us is we let negative emotion get the best of us, and positive emotions as well. But negative emotions, unfortunately, they are dominating in our brain. They are dominating in our life. But how are we gonna get rid of all these negative emotions? Now, it is a hard task to do, especially when we get caught up with challenges as well as chaos and stress and worries and anxiety. I started reading a monk who sold his Ferrari. It says that worries, when you start worrying, worry drain much of the brain power, and sooner or later it's going to injure the soul. Which is very powerful statement from Robin Sharma. So let's go to subconscious mind, right? And also, unfortunately, negative emotions are usually stronger than the positive ones. Basically, that's why we are focusing about the negative news rather than positive news. Pretty often, negative news has lots of impacts in our life. The example is coronavirus and all these bushfire things, and spread overnight, right? If you are interested in more on the topic, we can really deeper dive into that. Let's talk about fear and negative self-talk. Now, most of the time we have fear. What is holding us really? If you really want to do something, we know that we want to achieve certain goals in our life, but what is really holding is fear holding us. Fear is the biggest barrier for many people. So your first step in harnessing the power of subconscious mind is eliminate the thoughts loaded with negative emotions. You also need to stop the negative self-talk, or at least make sure that it is not loaded with emotions. Your fears often tend to come through. Right. Now, this is very powerful thing which we have to dial into, especially when you are very emotional about them. We let the fear dominate our life. We let the negative thoughts dominate our life. And this is way negative self-talk could produce such harmful effects. We don't realize, but pretty often we do have negative self-talk. Eliminating those negative thoughts or countering them as soon as possible is very, very important step towards success. Now, in order to be successful, What I'm saying is simply we need to erase the negative emotions. Now it is very hard for us to do when we get caught up with challenges. Now it's not too difficult if we really practice. Now in order to reach a certain level, scientists, they have confirmed, according to latest science, they have confirmed that you're gonna have to do one thing for 66 days, then you're gonna reach a place called automaticity. You're gonna do it naturally without failing when you do certain things for 66 days, which is a very powerful thing. Alright, let's move to the story once again. Guardian angel that always follows you. Now when you say to yourself, my life is awful, it write down awful life, right? We're not saying it out loud, but not saying it, but we start feeling it, right? When you say my job is boring, it writes down boring job. And when you say my body is ugly, I'm getting old and bald or whatever, it write down ugly body. And it goes on and grants you all the wishes because they are filled with strong emotions, right? Sadness, disappointment, regret, self-loathing. That angel is your subconscious mind. When you say all these things, you are programming negative system, programming all this negatively your subconscious mind. Stop here and ask yourself, do you can afford letting negative self-talk enter your mind? Can you afford letting negative self-talk enter your mind? Stop and ask yourself. The countering technique. Now let's talk about countering technique. One of the best practice in reducing negative self-talk is the counter technique. Every time a negative thought comes to your mind, you counter with the extreme positive counter thoughts. For example, if you have an important presentation, let's say you're gonna dive into presentation, right? And you talk to yourself, I'm going to embrace myself in front of all these people, I'm going to perform. Immediately counter it with, no, I'm going to be so good that the audience will applaud me for 5 minutes. Just imagine how positive is that one. Next time if you have a presentation, if you have an interview, for example, job interview, for example, what about if you program your mind in that way? The truth will often be somewhere in between, because your subconscious mind does not have a sense of humor. It'll absorb whatever you say, negative or positive. Right, now let's dive into the delete button technique. Alright, the other powerful tool in countering the negative self-talk is the delete button. When a negative thought enters your mind, you press the image how the thought written a piece of paper is destroyed. Just picture it, you're smashing a negative thought, right? And you can feel the negative emotion. I mean, you literally can feel it, but just imagine in your mind you're smashing it. You're just getting rid of it. Just imagine it. I mean, it's gonna become reality. A burning desire. Your subconscious mind will also act on thoughts that are conveyed with desire. Now, when I read Think and Grow Rich, for example, it says that starting point of all achievement is the desire, the greater desire. When you look at the world, any invention, right? When you look at any company, started from a greatest desire. Let's talk about Apple. Steve Jobs started the company, and he had a burning desire, passion, and dedication and commitment to bring this beautiful piece of product to the market, to the customers. And started from greatest desire. Started out of his mind. I mean, he had a burning desire for that, right? So, powered by desire, your subconscious mind will do anything in order to obtain object of the desire. It will also open, all available channels to the conscious mind for information on how to do that. So when your goal becomes the consuming obsession of your life, and you have the burning desire to see it come through, then you will be successful. You know what I mean? When you have set your subconscious mind on the task backed up by that strong emotion, right? You're gonna get a strong emotion with the burning desire. Imagine you're getting the strong emotion with the burning desire, right? Strong positive emotion, I mean, right? With the burning desire, mix with the burning desire, you're gonna blend it out, right? So let's see what's gonna happen. When you have a set your subconscious mind on the task, that would allow you to see the opportunities in life that would lead you to your goals, right? When you have this obsessive desire, Tony Robbins pretty often called obsessive desire. The best athletes become the best only because of their burning desire to be number one. Imagine Kobe Bryant's story comes to mind. One of these athletes, nowadays everybody talk about Kobe Bryant because of his tragic death, right? Just imagine Kobe Bryant, how he became number one. I became fascinated about Kobe Bryant because he said, I started learning everything. I started reading everything, and I started learning everything, and I started committing to become the number one basketball player in the world. So he also said that I do not like to deal with people who are not committed, which is very powerful, right? Mark of a successful person. So this is dominating dream of their life. They are willing to do what it takes to achieve it. They're willing to do whatever it takes. Stay late after a training session and practice their skills more. Stay late. Kobe Bryant used to stay late, and Michael Jordan used to show up before everybody show up, and he stay late. He used to stay late. That's why he considered to be one of the best in the world. So do what it takes to expand their skill set and become better than the rest, right? Do what it takes to expand your skill sets. If you are a salesperson, if you are a doctor or lawyer, I don't care what kind of position you have, but expand your skills, expand your limits, push your limit. When you start pushing your limit expand, right? So do what it takes to expand your skills. Set their subconscious mind to look for opportunities to achieve their goals. So set your subconscious mind. Now we talk a lot of things about subconscious mind. So let's also dive into how you can cultivate burning desire. Now, how are we going to cultivate a burning desire? We talked about desire is very important, but if we can come up with an idea that can cultivate a burning desire, what it would be? Start with defining your goal. Just define your goal. You can't hit a target that you can't see. If you can't see it, you can't hit the target. If you never see a happy person, you can't become a happy person, right? If you never see a billionaire, you can't become a billionaire. You can't be what you can't see. Pretty often say you can't hit a target which you can never see. You need to see the target, right? Be specific. This is where I want to head in my life. This is what I want to do in my life. Be specific. So make it realistic as possible. Most of the time we set up like a ridiculous goal. Say, I want to lose 10 kilos in 10 days. Hey, I want to learn Italian within a matter of a month. Or I want to be a millionaire next year. Do not set up unattainable goals, because your subconscious mind knows it. Your subconscious mind knows it's attainable goals. Then your subconscious mind knows it, right? The burning desire technique. What if you can come up with a technique also to have a burning desire? Then burn your bridges. What does that mean? Well, destroy any safe boats that you might keep just in case something messes up. Now this is gonna be a suicide mission. Our mind has evolved to help us survive. Our brain is looking for opportunities to survive in case something goes wrong. And it is then when it achieved the best result by burning the bridges. You set your mind in survival mode, and the only way left is way ahead towards your goal. When you just imagine you're in the middle of the ocean, right? You're reaching an island, you're going for battlefield, and you are going by boat. As soon as you land in the island, burn the boat. Burn the boat. Or when you cross a bridge, you're going to battlefield, you're heading to battlefield. Right after crossing the bridge, just destroy the bridge. No more going back. Because your brain is going to survive. Your brain is going to look for opportunity to escape from the battlefield. But when you burn the bridge, when you burn the boat and when you destroy the bridge, your brain knows that only way to survive is I have to go ahead. I gotta go no matter what. Way ahead towards the goal. Right. Most of the time, the small wins matters. Small wins matters as well in life. The very powerful tool is to fill your life with small achievements. Pretty often we want to have a bigger achievements in our life. Small things consistently done over time period will lead to stunningly beautiful results. Just learn from Robin Sharma. Alright, if you want to lose weights, X number of weights, start each day by looking at the graph of your progress so far. Hopefully it is going down in general. Even if there's a small bumps, put a picture on your desk of someone who you really admire, who has a perfect picture, maybe Rock, or if you want to be slimmer, Brad Pitt, right? Or Tom Cruise, or I don't care who you admire, but put a picture of those people who really admire. The motivational technique, right? The motivational technique. Last but not least, I'm going to end this this valuable podcast. I hope you really learned something. So last but not least, find out what energizes you to work on your goal. Find out what energizes you. I don't know what energizing you, but there are a lot of things energizing me, and use it. It could be positive. Could be positive people that encourage you, or motivational video, right? Motivational video. Reading a book that help your dreams and goals, right? Maybe you want to lose weight, and what about buying a book and reading it, or even energizing a song? Sometimes music is very powerful thing, right? Music can be very powerful thing. Just find out a song and start listening to it. Anyway, make sure that burning desire to achieve your goals is a part of your everyday behind the scenes. Right? Your subconscious mind will be bombarded with thoughts about your goals, reinforced by burning desire to achieve it. So how cool is that, isn't it? So let's dive in. Previously we talked about negative emotions. Let's dive into most powerful positive emotions. Most powerful positive emotion. All of us have that positive emotions within us. Those are faith, love, and sex. Faith, love, and sex. These happen to be very powerful emotions. The first two are more spiritual. Faith and love is more spiritual. The last one is more, biological. When all of them are present, they empower any thought. You can easily enter the subconscious mind. Then it will act on the thought, and will translate into actions, opportunities, and ideas. So when you combine, when all these thoughts are blend, faith, love, and sex, right? Faith, love, and sex. When all these three combination, when these things are blend, all these things, three emotions, when they blend, it'll translate into actions and opportunities and ideas, which is very, very powerful. So faith is a state of mind which may be induced or created by affirmation or repeated instructions to the subconscious mind through the principle of order suggestion. Now, faith is different than hope. Basically, we literally get confused by the faith and hope, right? Faith is different than the hope, because when we have a faith, we are sure in the outcome, and when we hope, we are merely suggesting to ourselves one possible scenario in uncertain circumstances. We are just literally guessing. All right, things might go well, but when you have a faith, when you really have faith, we are sure about the outcome, right? When we have faith in God, for example, we believe. Anyway, let's go to the visualization technique, which is a very powerful thing. Related to subconscious mind as well. We have to tackle a bit as well. In the next step onwards, achieving a goal is to visualize it. It is based on having faith in the outcome, not hoping, right? Do not hope for it. Tony Robbins put it very well. He said that if you have a goal, so you have to write it down, you have to commit to paper. But if you're just hoping, it's just a wish. Wishes is not going to become true always. Wishes are merely hope. So not hoping that desired outcome will be true, but believing that is already true. How about that? How hard it is to believe that is already true. One of the most powerful technique is visualizing your life when your desire is already fulfilled. Let's say you want to become you're studying right now, you want to become a pilot or doctor, whatever you have in your mind, but you just visualize it. You already achieve it. You want to build a house, restaurant, or whatever you're holding. Just visualize that you already achieve it, because your subconscious mind is going to observe all these things. So set aside several minutes a day to close your eyes and imagine your life after you have achieved your goals. Make it vivid as possible. What are you wearing? Right? Ask yourself, what are you wearing? How you act? How are you feeling? Just get the feelings, the positive feelings, which I demonstrated previously. What are you saying to yourself? Just imagine, what are you saying? What even are you doing when you achieve a goal? How you feel? Ask all these questions from you. The physical preparation technique. Now this is very interesting technique as well. It's very interesting technique as well. The other tool is a physical preparation. If you want to be famous, then start wearing those brackets to fix your teeth. And if you want a romantic relationship, let's say you're expecting to have a relationship, buy an extra toothbrush and put it in your bathroom. And this is funny as hell, but hey, this is gonna be true. Detachment technique. We'll talk about detachment technique right now. And the last but not least, I'm gonna end this podcast by talking about this thing. Let go of your attachment to outcomes. You can never plan how exactly your desire will manifest itself. Do not narrow down on the options that you have at the moment, but rather adapt an open mind and have faith in the unfolding of your dreams, right? Receiving communication from your subconscious mind. So how are we going to get the most of our subconscious mind? We already established the communication between subconscious and the subconscious mind is two-way. You give your subconscious mind task, describe and goes, and it gives you back information, opportunities and ideas. We already learned about that and we talked about that. Have you ever wondered why there are certain people who easily spot new opportunities? This happens because their subconscious mind feeds them more information on a specific subject. Right? People see opportunity. Some people see it as a danger, but others see it as an opportunity. This is a very powerful thing. Then what other people usually get? Have you ever noticed that as soon as you really decide to do something, there soon comes an opportunity that allows you to do it? This is because when you make the decision, you form a thought and imbue it with desire and faith, and you suddenly start receiving the information that you need to achieve from your subconscious mind, but you need to program it appropriately. So alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I talk a lot, I deep dive into the subconscious mind. I really hope you're gonna make the most of it. I really hope you're gonna apply whatever I talked. I really hope you're gonna achieve something great by using these techniques that I tackled today. I literally deep dive into it, and I came up with expand version to give a proper explanation about subconscious mind. And I'm going to catch you up with the next podcast. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate. See you next one. Bye.